I am a pediatric cardiologist, and as CEO of TueoHealth, I'm drawing on my background in biomedical engineering, my clinical practice, and then also being the parent of this 4-year-old pictured up there who suffers from asthma. At Tueo, we're working to transform the way we care for asthma. Asthma is very common, and it's also extremely expensive. And over 2/3 of the cost are related to preventable hospital-based care. Over 50% of patients are not well controlled, a staggering number. We have the medications, yet we're not doing a good job. And why is that? The core of the problem is that there is no objective gold standard of asthma control. Imagine endocrinologists having to care for diabetics without glucometer readings. That seems laughable, but that really is the state that we're in for asthma right now. When you see your physician, the physician will have you fill out a questionnaire asking about surveying about symptoms over the last few weeks, and we use that score to predict control. Data shows that patients often overestimate and think that they're well controlled when they're not. It's no surprise that they'll stop taking a medication when they can't actually see the effect. At Tueo, we're changing that. We're using off-the-shelf sensor technology so we can monitor passively and contactlessly while someone is sleeping. We then calculate a daily objective control assessment. This was based on a study that we did at Stanford, an observational study where we got data showing the power of this in our ability to predict control. Fortunately, in 3 minutes, I can't go through all of the results from the study. But here's one patient who during the study had his controller medication stopped. 2 weeks after the medication was stopped, we knew that he was no longer well controlled. This was 6 weeks before he reported symptoms and 8 weeks before he had a significant exacerbation. So while this data is powerful, we're not stopping there. As we've heard from multiple people today, you have to think about the user. How do we close the loop and actually change outcomes for these children? We have a family-centered, data-driven alert interaction through our mobile application. We can notify the family, gain clinical context, allow them to record symptoms, medication adherence, and all of this is supported by asthma educators. The result is consistent asthma control and avoiding those costly and dangerous exacerbations. Pediatric asthma is a great place to start and prove this out, but that's not where we're stopping. I've got a talented team beside me. All 3 of us are out of the Stanford Biodesign program. And we've had a great year so far. Our seed round is closed, but we're looking for clinical and corporate partners. So happy to talk to you guys about that. Thank you.